quick FishingROV update. Been playing with more endcaps, printed endcaps. Still struggling a bit with dimensional issues from the 3D printer. Used to be printing it all about a mil too small, or 1%, which is way out. Might just be shrinkage, contraction in the print. When you're printing 100 mil internal diameter, it's coming out like 98 and a half. So it's, when you think about the compression on the O-ring, set at like 20% or 1 mil, you're halving the compression. You're having the squeeze force. Anyway, playing with it, I'm learning lots. New plastics. Working alright with high impact polystyrene, HIPS. The cleanest one so far has been with PLA, and just boiling the PLA mould with the fiberglass layup in water on the stove for 10 minutes, and then it just kind of chip it and peel it away. So it's still kind of, I've reinforced the front of the test chamber door as well, so there'll be a new test coming up, stay tuned. I'm just going to reflash my ESCs. So we decided to go for these turnnigy ones instead of the cheapo China ones that I got, because they just run so cool. I was really impressed by the testing on the canoe. So I think they're all N-channel FETs, so they just run cool as a cucumber. I don't know how stable they are. I did have testing it in the sink. I got a splash of water on this lot here and just fried it, and then it started to smoke the motors as well afterwards. So I guess there's some feedback circuitry that's rather sensitive, and maybe we could coat it or oil it or something. But I was impressed by how cool they were and how little heat was generated. It's recording. Yeah. So yeah, just a quick demo of how I reflash these ESCs. Carefully not to open up my fingers. So these are in flight mode just now, so you need to update the firmware so they run like cars. In fact, I've done this one wrong. Okay. Excellent. Right, I just remember what I was doing. So the standard hex file that comes with, well, the SimonK version that comes with KK Multiflash, or you can upload using KK Multiflash, doesn't have this setting here, setting RC pulse reverse enabled, which is the car style, which lets the motor run forward or reverse. So you need to open up the tgy.asm, change that, and then because I'm using change that to 1, enable RC reverse like cars, and I've just been commenting out everything else apart from the include file for my particular ESC, which this one happens to be bs.inc, N-channel turnnigy ESC. So yeah, so you need to change that and then assemble it. There's details on the website, SimonK. Assemble the tgy.asm, assemble it into the hex file, and then point KK multicopter flash tool in your file and pick it up in your hex file, and then in theory using the same in-circuit serial programmer I used to reflash the printer. This is a special tool for this for these AVR chips. Get them on eBay. Just need to locate pin 1, and they got a pin 1 marker on the sockets. Just click it over, and hopefully flash it. Drum roll, it's writing it. Awesome, done. Okay, it's a bit of faff, admittedly, but it wouldn't be much of a ROV if it couldn't go in reverse, so it's kind of just what we have to do. We could buy ESCs that were already had the reverse function enabled, but it kind of opens it up to possibilities of what we can use. And a lot of the car ones seem to have dedicated heat sinks with fans, which might make mounting them easier. But no, fail. Pin one. Sometimes the socket doesn't fit. Yeah, so we can mount these all together on a communal heatsink, which will save a bit of space and hopefully increase the simplicity, and there's less motors and fans to break. I was thinking as well, it's possible of using these controllers to power up a 3-phase buck converter, 3 separate transformers. Each of these could switch on as transformers. This is basically how it's doing a motor, but using feedback pins as well. We could hack the boards to do buck conversion, balanced buck conversion, and for power the rod down the tether. That's more work, and yeah, not essential at the moment. It's just an idea, and that's basically how I've been doing it. Ordered some more connectors, so we just use the existing connectors, like these ones. We plug in the motors to take it from the ESC out to the port on the 3-hole connector, and obviously I also use these connectors, the TX60s, down to the board. It just makes it so much simpler. You know, if you get the polarity wrong in these ESCs, you fry the chips immediately. So might as well use what's here, and it would be nice to try and think of some neat mounting system as well. And it could, you know, just a click-in 3D print type thing would be awesome, once we get the 3D printer working right. Fail. Fourth time lucky. Get comfortable. Don't move. Hold. Writing. Drum roll. Yay! Awesome. Too easy. Thank you, Simon Kirby.